Okay, so welcome to this little video on how to use your multi-purpose powder pots. Now, apologies that I'm croaking, my voice is a bit of a problem. So these are the multi-purpose powder pots, these little things here. So called because you can use them anywhere you like. You can use them anywhere on the face. You may not necessarily want blue blusher, but on the other hand, if you're doing an alien look, which I'm actually going to be doing tonight for a play, you might. So I haven't pigeonholed them by characterising them as specific things, but you can see we've got a nice one here. The lighting in here is not very good, but this is your Aphrodite shade. This makes a really nice blusher. You might want to use some of the paler ones as highlighters. You've also got, this is Sunkissed Shimmer. You could use as a bronzer. And obviously you can use any of them as eyeshadows, depending on what colour you want to go with. So depending on the kind of look you're doing, obviously you could do, you can put them anywhere on your face that you like. Obviously they come, let's see, like this, a nice little aluminium tin, which makes them much more eco-friendly. Very light, very easily portable, so you can just pop it in your bag, and obviously when you finish with it, you can just return it to me. It's easy to sterilise, so I can reuse them. And you will get £1 off your next order for every one that you return. So we need to put it on. Obviously you just need a little, this is an eyeshadow brush that you can use. You could also use a little sponge applicator, and I do sell them as well in my shop, and you can buy bamboo ones if you want a nice eco-friendly one of those. Now, one thing to be aware of, especially if you're carrying this about, you can feel obviously the powder, it's going to get shaken. Equally, when you first unpack this from my shop, I don't know if you've ever seen the way post office workers handle parcels, but they do literally throw them across the room. So what you'll find is when you open the powder, it's going to be quite hard for you to see, but it's going to all probably be piled against one side. I don't know if you can do that like that. So just open it very carefully, because you might find you get a bit of puff of dust everywhere. This is very highly pigmented powder and it will stain, so don't open it over your best carpet. Trust me, our dining room floor has never been the same since I dropped one of these. But if you just give it a nice little shake and a bit of a tap, you should be able to, you can sometimes put it, if you put it down as well, just like give it there. Eventually, give it a, sometimes you need to give it a little bit of time to settle. What you will find is you get a lovely little, like this, billiard table flat, eventually. And if you are just leaving them in your dressing room or something, then obviously they will stay that way. But if you do want to carry them about, just just remember that they're going to pile up against the edges. These are all the shimmer powders, but you can see I have now added matte powders to the website, and they can be a little bit more clumpy. So as they've got, obviously I ground them before I put them in, but as they get shaken about in the post, you'll probably find they've got little lumps in them, but they'll break up if you just hit them with a brush and they'll break. So yes, you can see you've got, as I say, all sorts of different colours in here. We've got, it's gold, you've got ones you can use as sort of highlighters, you know, if you wanted like a little shimmer for some reason, and you don't really apply highlighter like that, but I'm demonstrating. Obviously, yeah, you've got little blushes you could put on, you've got bronzers. Anything you want to sort of, if you're doing your contouring, you can use them like that. Obviously, you've got the little shimmer shades, so if you want a bit of a thing. If you're doing a more elaborate sort of theatrical type of makeup, then obviously you've got your colours and everything. But one thing that I do want to show you is the difference that you get with foundation. And I don't know how well this is going to work, but I don't know if you can see, I have got foundation on that eyelid and not on that one. My apologies if my skin looks really red. This is because I am recording this early in the morning, and I don't know if I've mentioned, but I have an awful lot of allergies. Yeah, so I wake up with a red blotchy face every day, and it takes a while to go down. So yeah, and I don't obviously I have problems with makeup, which is why I'm making my own, but yes. So I have, it's not available for sale yet, this foundation, by the way, but it will be soon. But I have it on that eye and not that one. So what I want to show you is the difference in the colour. But I don't know how this is going to work because I'm obviously trying to film this. Yeah, we'll find out. Okay. Okay, now hopefully you can see this. So I've applied exactly the same amount of foundation. This is the Aquarius shade, which is a nice greeny blue. So I've just done a really thin little coat with this brush, and hopefully you can see. So this eye doesn't have any foundation on, so you can see it. You can, I hope you can see the colour. You can. I don't get it on the camera, but you can in real life. You can see there is the colour there, but it's just a very subtle kind of sheen. And this one is much, much brighter. The reason being, obviously, the pigment powder will adhere much more easily to a base of foundation. If you use some kind of primer, anything like that, than it will just to your skin. So you can use it just neat on your skin if you're someone who doesn't wear a lot of makeup and you don't want to have like a whole base of foundation. You can absolutely just wear it like that. You get a much more subtle colour that way. So if you did just want something quite subtle, you can use it like that. If you put it over foundation, you can see that is quite a thin coat of it, but you can hopefully see that it's already quite bright. Okay, so I have now added a bit more colour to both of the eyes. You can see that's about as much as you can put on there now. Again, I hope it's going to show up, but you can see now that one is now, you know, it's a relatively bright colour, but you can see this one is still much more intense. So you can get quite a bright colour if you layer it up. I'm squinting hard because I'm trying so you can still see it. It's still quite a bright colour. Oh, sorry, it's about, you know, it's quite a bright colour. But you will always get kind of slight gaps in it because it doesn't adhere so well. But you can see over the foundation, that is now a really vivid colour. So I don't know how well it's showing up because of the light, but I might try moving this as well, actually. A bit away from the window. That's going to really make my skin look red, but who cares? Hopefully you can see. You've got the colour here, and it's quite, you know, it's bright, but you'll always get a more intense colour putting it over a proper sort of base of foundation. So I hope that makes sense. But these colours do layer really well. So as I say, you can get a really intense colour, but you can get more subtle colour by just putting less on. Especially if you are putting it on your skin, obviously. But you can also blend them together really, really well. And I'm going to do another little video because I'm actually in a play at the moment and we're all sort of aliens. So I'm going to do a bit of a exaggerated makeup on that. So I'm going to film a little video about that. Yeah. So I will show you, I'll do a little tutorial if anyone wants to see one. Okay, so the final thing that I want to talk about, because this is one that I know is going to come up. Having got your lovely powders on and you've plastered them all over your face, how do you get them off? Now, these are very, very highly pigmented powders, okay? So that's why you can get a very intense colour if you want. But it does mean that they don't come off so easily, which is good. If you do get caught in the rain, they shouldn't run too badly. The reason is that these, like most makeup, obviously has oil-based pigments in it, and these are the same. Because they don't have any fillers in them, they're going to be a little bit harder to remove. If you use some kind of makeup wipe, I don't know if my mother still has any that she used to. She used to have these, yeah, these kinds of things. My mother has. They're sort of eye makeup remover pads. But if you look at the ingredients, you'll find they're all water-based. And and water-based ingredients obviously will get off water-based pigments, but these are not water-based, they're oil-based, in that they are oil dispersible. So although they don't actually contain oil, they will disperse in oil but not in water. What that means is that they will cling to oil, but they won't cling to water. So if you do try and get them off with just water or some kind of water-based cleanser like a gel cleanser or something, you're going to find that you're going to smear them all over your face and you're still going to be able to see the colour. So to take them off, you've got two options. You can use one of my cleansing balms. Now these work because obviously they are oil-based, but they contain ingredients which emulsify in contact with the water. So if you, obviously if you're in your bathroom, you just put water on your face, you've then got your cleansing balm, the oil will take the makeup off, and then you just wash it off. So there's that way. However, another option, if you are, especially this is very useful if you're on the go, so like me when I do a lot of theatre stuff, if you've got 20 people in a dressing room, you can't necessarily all crowd around the one sink in the bathroom. So I tend to use a Biphase cleanser, and I'm going to be selling this soon. This is one that's actually being used, so it's a little bit scruffy, but you may recognise this is the Goddess Luxury Biphase cleanser, which is going to be on sale very soon. Then I'm going to sell a different one, which is actually going to be a makeup remover, because I love them as makeup removers, probably because I do a lot of stuff at the theatre, and it's super useful to be able to just take makeup on the dressing room. Makeup off in the dressing room, sorry. But to use these Biphase cleansers, obviously, this one's a bit old neck, and it's probably easy to see with this one. You can see, obviously, they are two separate phases. You just give them a good shake, and they blend together. Obviously, they will separate again. So you will need to shake them before each use. But what you need to do, give them a squirt. You'll get this very rich orangey stuff, don't be scared. And if you just put that onto your eyes, and you can see, it's all gone. It's all on there. Now, as I say, you can also use a cleansing balm for this. But if you are removing eye makeup, then please use the cleansing balm for sensitive skin, because you shouldn't be putting any kind of essential oils into your eyes. Okay? Yeah. So hopefully you can see now that is totally gone. So yeah, really, really useful little things. Clean this up. As I say, cleansing bars work just as well, but use the unscented one. But yes, this obviously, I didn't put essential oils into it because I knew people were probably going to use it around their eyes. Even if you tell people not to, I know they will. So yeah, all gone. The advantage of a Biphase cleanser, as I say, you do not need to wash it off. You'll find you might have a slight oiliness on your skin, but that will disappear. You can rinse it off because it does have water in it as well, so it will rinse off. But the oils in it are all very nourishing, beneficial oils. They are non-comedogenic, so they will not cause spots. Quite the reverse, in fact. So feel free to just leave it on your skin, and it will just nourish your skin. So it's very useful for makeup removal on the go, because as I say, you don't need to be in a bathroom because you don't need any water. Even though I am recording this in a bathroom, but yeah. So yes, the Biphase makeup remover will be on the market soon. I apologise for the constant noise of planes. This is what happens when you live near an airport. So I hope this little tutorial, crash course, whatever you want to call it, has been useful. And I will see you soon with some exciting alien makeup, I hope.